Imagine waking up to a world without sunlight. No sunrise, no warmth, just an endless freezing darkness. The sun, the very thing that gives life to our planet, has disappeared. What happens next? How long can Earth survive? And most importantly, can humanity adapt? Let's find out in this episode of What If Universe. At first, nothing seems different. The sky remains dark, but the stars are still shining. That's because it takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds for light from the sun to reach Earth. Until then, we wouldn't even know anything had changed. But the moment those 8 minutes pass, everything begins to spiral into chaos. The sky turns pitch black. No more sunlight. No more blue sky. Even the moon disappears from view because it only reflects light from the sun. The sudden darkness alone would cause mass panic. Imagine millions of people realizing that the sun, the one constant in our lives, is simply gone. But that's only the beginning. In the first few hours, temperatures begin to drop rapidly. Without the sun's warmth, the average surface temperature starts to plummet. Cities that were once warm now feel an unnatural cold creeping in. Power grids struggle to keep up as people crank up their heating. But that's nothing compared to what comes next. Ocean waves, which rely on the sun and the moon's gravitational pull, start behaving strangely. Tides weaken, weather patterns shift. Global climate systems, built over billions of years, begin to collapse. And in total darkness, crime rates skyrocket. With no sunlight and mass confusion, society begins to unravel. By the end of the first week, temperatures worldwide have dropped to near freezing. Plants start dying en masse. Without sunlight for photosynthesis, they can't produce oxygen. Within a few months, Earth's oxygen levels will begin to decline. Meanwhile, animals struggle to adapt. Nocturnal predators, like owls and wolves, thrive at first, but their food sources quickly disappear. Entire ecosystems begin to collapse. Governments declare martial law in an attempt to control the chaos. But with dwindling resources, cities become battle zones over food, water, and warmth. And that's when the real danger begins. By now, Earth's surface is frozen solid. The average temperature has plummeted to minus 100 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 73 degrees Celsius. The oceans have frozen over, except for deep below the surface, where geothermal heat keeps pockets of liquid water. But for humans, survival is nearly impossible. Most people have already died. The few remaining survivors are either underground, near geothermal vents, where Earth still provides some heat, living in nuclear-powered bunkers or deep-sea bases, relying on artificial greenhouses to grow food. But even these solutions won't last forever. Without the sun, Earth's atmosphere begins to freeze. The upper layers collapse, and the air we breathe starts disappearing into space. At this point, Earth isn't just a frozen wasteland. It's turning into a dead planet. It's not just Earth that suffers. The entire solar system falls apart. Without the sun's gravity holding it in place, every planet starts drifting into deep space. Mercury, Venus, Earth, and even massive Jupiter will eventually become rogue planets, wandering through the void. But the scariest part? The sun's disappearance means no new energy is being produced. Over time, the entire solar system will turn into a dark, lifeless wasteland. If humanity doesn't find a solution soon, this could be the end. So what are our chances of survival? The only real hope for humanity would be escaping Earth and finding a new home. If we already had colonies on Mars or deep space stations, we might stand a chance. Another possibility: harnessing nuclear fusion to create an artificial sun. Scientists have theorized ways to build small-scale stars using extreme energy, but such technology is still far from reality. But even with these solutions, one thing is certain: humanity would never be the same. So could we survive if the sun disappeared? Not for long. Within a year, Earth would become an uninhabitable frozen rock, and the solar system as we know it would collapse. The sun isn't just a source of light. It's the lifeline of our entire existence. But here's the real question. What if we found a way to create a second sun? Could humanity harness the power of the stars and build our own future? That's a story for another day. Until then, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to keep exploring the unknown. This has been What If Universe, and I'll see you next time.